So last night, a small group of protesters, many in black, but not all of them, gathered in Cal Anderson Park and marched through Seattle. I would estimate, Jennifer, there were 40, 50 people. The numbers seemed to drop down a little bit towards the end. The Seattle police response last night was massive to this group. And one of the things that I saw was we saw a significant change in tactics from Seattle police in mid-October. And what I saw is a tweaking of those tactics a little bit more. And with that, we have some footage from last night. And I'm going to go ahead and roll that clip, and we'll unpack it a little bit.
The police department takes seriously its responsibility and commitment to support and facilitate the exercise of these rights in a fair and equitable manner. Public safety vehicles to reroute and an inability to move emergency vehicles such as fire trucks, ambulances, and police vehicles into the area, or other vehicles from traveling safely. This creates a public safety risk for everybody involved. Move away from the officers who are conducting an arrest.
Huge response, Jennifer. There were arrests made for pedestrian obstruction. As far as we could tell, there were 2 arrests. There was nothing that came across the official police blotter to say how many arrests were there, but we saw 2 arrests happen. One thing I do want to comment, if people are watching and go, you doxed the person in the red backpack. That person in a red backpack is another streamer. So, no, if they weren't, we would have blurred them out. Renee, by the way, happy birthday, Renee, and thank you so much for the video last night. Very, very much appreciated.
Yes, we do appreciate it. Happy birthday. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I love you enough that I won't sing to you.
We all love you, Renee. You are amazing. And Jennifer, protesters moved at a fast pace, and police moved them at an even faster pace going back up into Capitol Hill. I was mixed in with the bike officers because I'm trying to stay behind and out and respect the people in block and their wishes, and the people moving up the hill, because climbing up Capitol Hill is not exactly fun, even if you're in shape. We're moving so slow that the bike officers were having to get off and actually start walking their bikes, and they weren't having it. So they just started screaming, move faster and pedaling harder. And I was like, I give up. It's like, I'm not running after this group. And so I just took up back in the rear, so to speak. I did overhear, here's some things that I think are important on changing tactics. I overheard Seattle police targeting those with umbrellas for obstruction, because I'm back in with the bike officer and I could hear all their conversations, and they're like, that one with the umbrella. And then it was weird. It was like weirdly dark last night when I looked at my camera photos, and I'm not going to get into all of that. It was weird dark. Every now and then in Seattle, we have like weird dark nights. It was one of those weird dark. So they were having a hard time. And with people moving in and across, they weren't able to identify those people. So block was effective and made people hard to discern. There was an individual that we don't know. We can only assume they were a chud.
Chud. Cannibalistic, humanoid, underground dwellers.
We don't know if they were streaming. We don't know if they were filming. There was rumors that they're collecting video for Andy No. I don't put a lot of... There's a fair amount of paranoia, rightly placed and not rightly placed. I'm not going to rat hole on it. They started using the umbrellas to block their cameras, and police threatened the people with the umbrellas for obstruction and trying to prevent that person from filming. And then we had the dulcet tone announcement about you are preventing the First Amendment by doing this. Everyone's initial reaction, Jennifer, when they said obstruction was, obstruction of law enforcement. And so we're like, so did you just out an undercover cop? I went home. When I got home, obviously I went home. I immediately looked up obstruction under Seattle Municipal Code. What I think they meant was pedestrian obstruction, which is like beyond a grasp. There was no damage last night. We didn't see anything. I'm a little surprised by the small turnout overall, but I would say for people that are protesting, folks on umbrellas in particular, you should be on notice that Seattle police are looking really, really hard at you.
Sorry, my arm's a little sore. Yeah, no, it's bad, and I feel bad. Actually, I don't feel bad about this. Bike cops, for some reason, make me giggle. I don't know. But yeah, it's a weird thing for them to be targeting pedestrian obstruction and people with umbrellas. And I think they're just like, I don't even know what to make of SPD anymore, honestly. Like I got nothing here, David.
The part that's confusing to me, or it's not confusing. Let me walk that back. It's not confusing. The part where I'm like, this is just a horrific waste of city resources. The city prosecutor's office has been crystal clear. They're not prosecuting these Seattle Municipal Code cases.
Yeah.
So all this is, it creates paranoia within the ranks of the people in block. So that's one for the police.
Yep.
But then it's a waste of taxpayer resources. If you're if you're a chud.
These are chud.
Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers.
You at least should be upset that your taxpayer dollars are being wasted over this. If there were 50 police officers at $85 an hour, you're talking 8,500 times 10, 40,000. What? Am I getting this right? No, 80. You're talking like $4,500, $5,000 an hour last night.
Yeah, that's insane. Insane waste of money and resources.
All right. We will continue to provide the coverage. We live tweeted the event last night, and we did some stills. There is a still photo gallery on our website at malcontentnews.com. There's also some live tweets that were out on our Twitter. And one of the things that I love, Jennifer, I want to call out Renee for this. It was hectic last night. Things were moving really fast. And I really do feel that Renee's video, whether that was intentional or through the hectic nature of the event, if this has a little bit of behind enemy lines, not the streamer as in the reference to behind secret films from behind enemy lines feel, it's because it really was hectic. They were pushing people fast and the group was moving fast.
Yeah, yeah. Well, kudos, Renee, for getting some good footage then.
Let's thank our patrons and we'll move along.
Okay.
Black Coffee is a hub for communities and a hub for meeting people, making friends, and understanding.
What Black Coffee is to me is a place to actually call home, a place where Black youth will feel welcomed, where Black families will come and feel like they're at home.
What we're trying to build is more than just coffee. community is something that we do naturally. We know who's in the community, we know what the deficits are, and we're trying to fix that. We want to bring people together.
My hope is that the phrase grounded in excellence shows up everywhere and that it becomes a movement.
I'm looking forward to hanging out at Black Coffee with my friends and feeling safe.
Black coffee to me means opportunity for people like me and my other friends and family to come here and do homework safely and hang out and stuff like that.
That is happening. It is happening.
Black Coffee Northwest is located in Shoreline, Washington, Highway 99, close to 170th on the west side of the highway. They have amazing coffee sourced from Africa, great merch, and yes, it's already going in the comments. Potato scones. Get yourself a potato scone. It is like a baked potato with onion and cheese. Had a baby with a delicious, fluffy